We are going live. Are we the wrong way around? Haha. Let's see, I need the laptop. Lynn's gonna sing. Lynn, you won't speak now. Good afternoon. Hello everybody. So I'm grabbing the laptop so I can see comments as we go. Might get Frank to pull it in a bit closer maybe as well. Hi. Frank's giving out the back to front. You can take the phone out if you want and turn it around. Anyway, while we're sorting out the camera, folks, I am going to chat to you all about last night. Oh my God, we had, thank you so much for all of the messages that we have had. So much support, so much love for ourselves, the team, for everybody. Some of you spotting yourselves obviously on TV as well. So super excited. It was great to watch obviously, and dying to watch it back all over again though, because we had a house full of people and didn't get to see the half of it. And of course, as you've probably seen, Frank forgot to record it, but we have forgiven him at this point. Got sent a clip of it, those who didn't actually watch it. So back to today, folks. I'm excited to have you all on this journey with us. So many obviously online in Newry and Dundalk. But it's February now, Christmas is well out of the way, January's done and dusted, and I want to see, can we now push on, reach our goals? Would you love to get another stone off maybe in the next 4 weeks? Because we have people, believe it or not, losing a stone in 4 weeks. One of the girls here yesterday in the academy, Elaine, had 17.5 pounds off in just 4 weeks. So imagine, just by tightening up maybe on some of these calorie things that we're going to look at today, you too could be doing that as well. So give me a little thumbs up or a little wave if you can see, or if you can interact with me as well. And I'm going to try and bring it up here on the laptop and see if I can see any questions. So any questions that you have as we go through, please just shout. And in the meantime, I'm going to talk through calories and just show you a few bits and pieces and things that I suppose members, whether they've been here for literally just started or people who've been here for months, were amazed actually when they actually looked at some of the calories in things. I'm going to talk about calories, but not because I want you calorie counting. We don't count calories only for your extras. And in your meals though, once you're eating in good portions, you're getting plenty of meat, plenty of veg, and watching your carbs, then you'll be fine. But just to show you, in this little bowl, which I might pass to Frank here to bring a bit closer. Little bowl, literally a handful as we just say. So that was the rice. There's the pasta, literally a handful as well. There is 200 calories in each of these. 200 calories. So how easily your carbs add up. For 200 calories you could have 2 chicken fillets, you could have loads and loads of mountain pile of prawns, so much you could be having on the protein side for this little small handful of carbs. So just be aware, around 200 calories probably considered a portion, but don't feel you have to have 200 calories. If you want less, you could have less as well. And the biggest thing with pasta for most people is, depending on what way you buy it, every 50 grams roughly of dried pasta is around the 200 calories. So if you like your spaghetti, or you're more, you like your little shaped penne pasta or that, measure it out once. Put it into a glass or a cup or a mug, something you have in the house, and then at least you know then that that's roughly what it looks like as a portion for you. And if you're cooking for 4 or 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever, then you just fill it up and keep pouring it into the pot. Rather than what most people do is just get this, throw it into a pot, or put some in actually, the lady was in the other night. Then with pasta particularly, you put in a little bit more, and then you put in a little bit more again, just to be sure that you have enough. And before you know it, you have the whole pack in. And in this pack, just of spaghetti, there's 1,800 calories. So imagine, so easy to add up. Little bowl here of cereals as well, just back in the carbs. It's actually Frosties in here. But any cereal, look how small, this is a little just tiny heart-shaped bowl, not even, doesn't compare to a cereal bowl, just literally sits in my hand. And you are talking, I'm making a mess here, Linda's gonna shoot me. Talking literally a handful of Frosties, or any cereal for about 30 grams. So you're talking 100, 120 calories in here. 10 grams of sugar is probably the most scary part. And for me personally, I know this definitely would not fill me up to lunchtime. So I much prefer my 2 eggs, scrambled eggs even, banana pancakes, something that gives me an awful lot more eating, a lot more nutrition, and a lot more filling as well. I'm just going to try and log into YouTube here because I did see some questions coming up there on the phone. I'm not going to go in any order here. Courage Light sitting in front of me here, around 105 for any of your bottles. The bottle of wine, as everybody does know, is around 700 calories. Pub measures of gin, vodka, Bacardi, anything like that, approximately 70 calories. So in theory, you would have 10 vodkas or gins for one bottle of wine. And not that I recommend, obviously, that you have 10 vodkas instead of a bottle of wine. But it's just good to bear in mind that if alcohol is going to be part of your life over the next few weeks, and yet you also still want to lose weight and you want a stone gone in the next few weeks, then maybe deciding on a Friday or Saturday night, I'm going to swap out all those extra calories in the bottle of wine and have 2 or 3 gins and wake up the next morning feeling fresh and excited and raring to go, 3 great meals, and still manage to lose 3 or 4 pounds that week. Wouldn't that be just amazing? Bottles of Lucozade, I have here somewhere, BPM even here as well. The Lucozade has around 140 calories, which people think, gosh, that's not too bad. And your BPM here has, let me just check, 300 calories, just under 300 calories in it. And again, people think, actually, that's not too bad. But there is, in the Lucozade, there's 17 grams of sugar, which they actually reduced, I think, to half the sugar in Lucozades. Still a huge, massive amount. This one, though, is so frightening, 70 grams of sugar. 70 grams of sugar in a BPM. So if you, or your children, or your family, or your loved ones are enjoying things like this, I would try and get them out of your life as fast as you possibly can. It's the internal damage that sugar does in the inside of the body that we are so unaware of until something actually happens. So folks, please try and get these out of your life. Peanuts sitting here in front of me. Great healthy fats, but again in moderation. About a tablespoon of any of the nuts, 4 Brazil nuts, a tablespoon of your peanuts or seeds even, averages around 100 to 120 calories, so do try and use in moderation. For the likes of nuts, because you can't buy them in small packs, typically it's things like this, I would prefer to nearly put a couple of tablespoons into a stir fry or into some of my meals that actually makes it really, really tasty. Sorry, I'm just going to log in here at the same time. So, what else have we here? Butter. The butter always surprises people. When we talk about butter, always think about the little restaurant sachets of butter. They're around 140 calories in those. So you would take a low calorie even slice of bread, around 60 or 80 calories, 2 slices of bread, and you might put 2 chunks of butter on it. All of a sudden you have hundreds of calories and again, 0 nutrition. So some of the girls would use like Laughing Cow Light or like mayonnaise maybe on their breads, or have it with beans or eggs or something that you mightn't necessarily need the breads then just as quick. Yes. I've never seen Linda McAleer's quiet in all my life. She's exiting stage right here along with Kelly Reel. And yeah, there they go. Bye. They are too funny. That would give me a minute to get logged in here just in case there's questions. So keep them coming. And I have a few more things to show you then as well. So let's see what else is on. Give us that Frappuccino bottle there actually. These are a huge trend at the minute, all your cold coffees. This is just like a cold Starbucks drink that you would pick up in any newsagent or any of your supermarkets. Around 200, I think about 150 calories, but again 25 grams of sugar, over 5 teaspoons, 5 to 6 teaspoons of sugar. You wouldn't, or most people don't put 5 or 6 teaspoons in their Americano or even into their latte. So why are we buying things like this then with 5 or 6 added to it? So please try just to be more aware. I'm really trying to log in and see your questions. Fine, can you see them on the phone there? But the Nutella. Nutella is one of my favourites, but it's a product I never buy, and I'm going to tell you why. A little tablespoon. And if you're measuring out a tablespoon and you don't have a measuring spoon, use a teaspoon as a guide, because when you go at it with a teaspoon, you end up with a big heaped teaspoon. You have more than a tablespoon on that already. So most people think a tablespoon is like when you pop it in there and whatever's on the spoon is a tablespoon. When you level that off with a knife is actually what a tablespoon is, so it's so little. And for me personally, if I buy a jar of Nutella, I will sit and eat it practically out of the jar in a couple of days. So obviously it's not something that I buy often, but I don't say that I never buy it either. Maybe once or twice a year I take a notion and really fancy it. And that's where eating to your goals becomes important, because if it's a week where I'm thinking, do you know what, I want 4 or 5 pound off me this week, or I want £2 even off me, then they're the weeks that I definitely am not going to be eating and buying jars of Nutella. So, and then on other weeks if maybe I don't mind, or reason to be buying it, then I enjoy every single last bit of it, but I don't buy it again probably for at least 6 months. Give me 2 seconds here. Doesn't think there are questions. This is what happens when you're not organised, because you're flat out since being on telly last night. Just taking forever to log in, but I think we're getting in there now. Okay, let's see what everybody is saying. See, can I see them in front of me, but I can't. If I even grab me the other laptop, actually it's on it, and I will get answer them. Any that I can't, I'll go into the comments as well anyway, and I will answer them as we go. The jellies, bags of jellies, folks, like this, in case anybody's like a sweetie fan. So any of your brand with lots of these different bags, and again, all becoming supersized. We have 6 jellies here, so 6 not even tiny little jellies here. And you have 100, just over 100 calories, 110 calories in 6 jellies. Imagine you're at a birthday party or somewhere at the weekend and these are sitting out on a table. How many of these could you so easily consume without even thinking about it? And so maybe all of these little things add up, and then you realise, oh my God, yes, that's why I lost a pound this week instead of 4 or 5 that you might have hoped for. Jars as well. I know the odd time we'll use a kind of jar, but I always tend to look not just on the calories on it, but also the sugars. Like this one has about 400 calories, I think, in the sweet and sour one, 450, but it has over 70 grams of sugar. So again, an awful lot of added sugars to add into your stir fry. So just a bit crazy. Popcorn, lots of guys like popcorn because they feel they get a lot more eating for the calories. That's a 30 gram bag of popcorn there, and it has about 110 calories in it. I'm in now. So yeah, I had 110 calories in that, but what you find is there is plenty of eating, but you decide, they're your extras, they're your treats. Find things that you love, get a sense of value from them, feel, oh my God, this is really worth having and I'm really, really going to enjoy it. Aveen, is cauliflower rice a good alternative? It really, if you like it, it is. Rice in itself is fine. Whole grain better because it's higher in fibre and better for your health, but same calories as white rice. Cauliflower rice has about a 10th or 20th of the calories of any of your rices. It's literally just cauliflower that has been grated and then made to look like rice really more than actually being rice. So it's a great way of getting added veg on the side of your plate, and particularly a lot of people find if they have it with curry or chili or any of those kinds of foods, they don't even notice actually that it's cauliflower rather than actual proper rice. So yes, if it's something you enjoy, then definitely give it a go, and way better. It would be a very low carb meal then. But if you don't, if you're eating it going, this is rotten, then good on you for trying it, but then, you know, just become aware of your portions of your rice then too. Most of the supermarkets actually now do both fresh and frozen bags of cauliflower rice, so keep an eye out for them if it's something that you would like to try then too. So thank you so much for joining in and asking. Folks, if you have questions later, please don't be afraid to post them either in the Secret Support group. I am on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook as well, but very often messages there, and we've had so many obviously since the TV show. The best place genuinely is the Secret Support group. If though you're finding if it's something more personal or something you need a more direct answer to that you don't want to put in the group, or email it, or where, I'm gonna choke. Frank's not laughing at me. Our email address is success@theacademymasterplan.com, and it's on our website, theacademymasterplan.com. So don't be afraid to reach out and contact us. Folks, our biggest focus is to excite you, to educate you. I want you motivated. I want you feeling that you cannot wait to get your next amazing meal in. You're going to enjoy 3 gorgeous meals a day. And maybe this week, just become aware of all these other extra calories. And I'm going to leave you with the Pringles one, because it's always a good visual. 7 or 8 Pringles has about 100 calories in it, but unfortunately, as you can see, Pringles don't come like that, they come in these. So there's almost 2,000 calories in a box of Pringles, and once you pop, you can't stop. So folks, probably the biggest change I made over the last 10 years was actually not buying these kinds of things. Even last night for the party in the house, I made an amazing chicken curry, did loads of rice in the rice cooker, and I did taco boats for everybody as well. And people were blown away by the food and just thought it was amazing. I didn't buy any sweet things whatsoever, no Pringles, no dips, no nuts, nothing. And then my mum bakes, she made a few buns, and literally that was it. Of course there was alcohol there. And as you know though, my feelings totally would be, particularly if you're having alcohol, then the food needs to be amazing. And I'll forgo most of these things on a given day, because I want my body to be as healed and as calm and as good as it possibly can be on the inside. So folks, thank you for all the love, thank you for all the support, thank you to every single one of our members in Dundalk, Newry and online, because without members we don't have a business, and without an amazing team here we don't have a business either. So from the bottom of our hearts, both myself and Frank, thank you so much for everything this far, and here is to a very exciting 2019 ahead.